Hi, and glad to see you again. And today, I hope you got your palette set up and a big glass of iced tea there and you're ready to paint along with me. And I'm going to have them graphically run all the colors across the screen that we'll use today to do this fantastic painting. And while they're doing that, let's get started and take off here. I've already covered the canvas with a thin, even coat of magic white. And we'll start, and I'll go into a little bit of alizarin crimson, just a small amount. And let's just go up here and let's just play, just here and there. So let's just drop in a little bit of color. Just drop in a little color. Now use very little color on your brush. You can always add color, but sometimes it's very difficult to try to remove color off the canvas. So use very little color. We don't want to set this sky on fire. We just want a little pinkish glow playing here and there. And without washing the brush, I'll go right in to a small amount of phthalo blue. Work it into the bristles. There. Just making little crisscross strokes. Don't kill all your pink. The blue is many, many times stronger than the crimson, so don't kill all your pink. Just sort of fill up the areas in here. And then we'll come back and we'll blend all this together. Today I thought we'd do a beautiful, beautiful little soft, quiet painting. Very gentle. Beautiful little painting. Hope you enjoy it. And while I've got blue on the brush, maybe we'll have a little bit of water. There it is. Just wherever you want it, right in there. It's phthalo blue. It's a very bright, very pretty blue. Okay, now I'll wash my brush, get it all nice and clean. Ding, there we are. Now let's go back up in here and very gently we'll just blend all this together. Now you don't want to overblend it. If you overblend it, you'll lose all your little pink areas. They'll go away and leave you. They'll just leave you. There. Okay. Blend it to about like that. Take the brush strokes out, and you have a very nice, very effective little sky that's easy to do. Okay, let's just keep using the same old dirty brush. I'll go right into a little bit of Van Dyke brown, little burnt umber. Oh, and we just mix it on the brush, just like so. Just pull it down through the color. So, there we go. All right, let's go up to the canvas, and let's put in some happy little tree shapes. I'm just looking for some basic shapes here. Don't want a lot of detail. And all we're doing is just sort of touching the canvas and there, just striking the canvas. We'll put in some beautiful little shapes. Little brown, little burnt umber. Maybe there's another one that lives right there. Right there. See how easy those are to do? Just drop them in. And don't try to copy just exactly what I'm doing here. Let your imagination go. We don't use any patterns or don't do any tracing. Just let it go. Let it happen. Let it happen. That's what makes it fun, is when you learn to create on canvas. That's when it's fun. And this is just background color. We're not worried a great deal about it at this point. We'll worry later when we start putting all the highlights, and that's when we separate all these little individuals. Right now, we just want some very soft, quiet little trees. Very quiet. These are the kind of paintings that my mother likes, so maybe I'll just dedicate this one to my mommy. You know, I'm an old man, but I'm still a mommy's boy, and I really don't care who knows it. She's my favorite lady in the whole world. So this is her painting. This is for her. And a beautiful lady should have a beautiful painting. Okay, that easy. We got some nice little background shapes. And that's just all we're looking for right now. It's just very basic little shapes. Don't want a lot of work. Have fun. Just drop it in. There. Already we're beginning to make out all kind of form, and we really haven't done anything. Okay, well, we got this color going, shoot, let's just have some fun here. Same color. And I'll just very quickly lay in some color right along here. And we don't care where it goes right now. We'll make all these decisions later. Just some dark, so when we start putting some light in here, all kinds of beautiful little things will happen. Boy, I bet you're sitting there saying, he's really messed up this time. And you may be right. Okay, let's take our liner brush, and I'm going to put a little bit of paint thinner on it and go right into some of the same color where it mixed together. This is the Van Dyke Brown and the Burnt Umber. And I've made the paint quite thin with paint thinner, okay? Now maybe we'll go up in here and we'll just put the indication of a few tree trunks here and there. And we're not looking still for a great amount of detail. Just wherever you think some limbs would show through, drop them in, drop them in. Drop them in. There. Just here and there, wherever. These are your trees, so you have to make the decisions where you want them. Okay, maybe we're not really concerned with it. Just here and there. A few little things that happen and play. Okay, now I'm going back and I'm going to get that same old dirty brush. And let's go right into a little bit of, this little cad yellow. Put some sap green into it. That makes it pretty. Maybe a little yellow ochre. Just brush mix these colors. Put them all together on the brush. Okay, let's go up here. And maybe right here. It's a little bit of light playing through there and just striking this tree. And all I'm doing is touching, tapping. There. That's all you need. Try a little Indian yellow. That's a beautiful color. Right there. Right there. There we go. And come right across these trunks, because you don't see the entire trunk. There's leaves on this side. Don't forget that. You don't always see the entire trunk. There's a little sap green added. And all this is done without ever washing the brush. It's just same old dirty brush. We can add a little bit of paint thinner. That'll make it stick a little easier. Get a little more green on the brush. Maybe we'll go to this big old tree here. This one goes right off the canvas. Now when you're touching these, always pull them toward the limb in the center, because they all generate from that. They all come from that. So always go back to that. Pull your strokes toward the trunk in the center. Okay. There's one right there. There he is. I knew he was there, but you did too. You did too. You just wanted to see if I was going to get him. Sometimes I forget. A little of the yellow ochre, and maybe go right in here. Wherever you want them, just drop them in. See how easy these are? Really nothing to them. Nothing to them. Here's one right there. Let it sparkle in the sun. Less and less color as it comes down, so it gets darker and darker automatically. That way you don't even have to think about it. It just happens. Let's go to the other side over here. Maybe way back in here. Barely touching the canvas. Barely touching the canvas. Okay, maybe, there he is. Knew he was there. Canvas. Nice big bushy thing lives right there. And see, you don't have to spend a lot of time planning this and drawing it all out and worrying about it and then trying to stay in the lines. Shoot, you make your own world and make it while you paint. There. A little more of the yellow. Maybe we'll just put a little bright one right there that just stands out. And see, you overlap these, you layer them. That's what creates the illusion of distance, is all these different layers. That's what makes them pretty. Let's take a clean brush now, and I'm going to gently tap right in here. Let that magic white work through and create a nice, soft, misty area. Just come right on across. Very lightly, very lightly. Barely touch. Okay. Nice, soft, misty area back in there. Okay. That gives us a quick little background. Quick little background. Maybe we want to add, maybe there's a, right here, maybe there's a little tree that he didn't have any leaves left on him. Maybe he didn't make it through last winter. You know, every year there's some trees that doesn't make it, and they're part of nature. Don't avoid dead trees in your paintings. They're beautiful, and you see them in nature. So put them in your paintings. You make them look realistic, and they're a lot of fun. A lot of fun. A lot of fun. There. Okay. And you can put as many limbs out here as you want. Just there. You can get carried away and spend all day just putting in all these beautiful little limbs. And that should be enough. Give you an idea how they're made, and you can have fun with them. So let's go in here. I'm going to take a little bit of the yellow and the green. All the different colors of yellow and sap green, they're all just mixed on the brush right here. Just tapping, see? See there? Just tap. Okay, let's go up to the canvas. And you got to figure out where the land is here. And the lay of the land is very important when you're doing this. So follow those angles. Decide where your land's at. And then the angles, they're very, very important. Very important. Can't stress that enough. Don't kill all this dark. You put the dark in here so this light would show up when you put it on. Got to have the dark in there so the light shows. You know, it's just like life. You have to have a little sadness in your life so you know when you have a happy time. If everything was happy, you wouldn't know. You wouldn't know. But you have some sad times in your life, and then when you have a happy time, then you know you're having a happy time. So it makes it fantastic. There. See how soft and gentle that is? And there's days when you don't want to be soft and gentle. You want to do strong, almighty paintings. And then there's days when you're in the mood to do very soft, quiet little paintings. So we try to show you all the different ways. And you have to make the decision. Okay, let's take a clean brush here. I want to start building some reflections in here. Got to make some decisions. Maybe the water goes right on around, like so. I'm going to take a little bit of phthalo blue and alizarin crimson. I'll just mix it right on the brush, just a small amount. A little more crimson. I want it a little more into the lavender hue. That's better. That's better. See? If you don't like it, you change it. It's your world. Okay, pull that straight down. It's most important that you pull it straight down. Straight down. Straight down. Straight down. Okay. Now, very lightly, just brush across. Instant water. Isn't that fantastic? Now, maybe, let's play a little bit. Maybe you want to reflect some of the light areas from the sky. So you go right in here. Here's a little bit of titanium white, and maybe there's some white color. Shoot, wherever you want it, drop it in. See? See how easy that is? And you go back, and once again, pick up a little bit of that, pull it straight down. You can do this till you get it any way that you want it. If you want to show clouds and all kind of things reflected in there, go across. And that easy, that easy. See, now you have a little light area out here. Okay, I'm gonna add a little bit of paint thinner onto my brush so the paint will stick a little easier. Then we can come back and begin filling in some of this. Got to make decisions. Where does this go? There it is. That's where it goes. Wherever you want it to go. Wherever. Maybe maybe. Put a little green in it. And I'm just varying these colors back and forth, the yellows and the greens. And just let them have fun. Yellow ochre. Once in a while, a small amount of permanent red. Permanent red is very strong, so be careful with it. Okay, let's take a fan brush now. Fan brush. And I'll go into a little bit of Van Dyke brown, a little burnt umber, and I just mix them on the brush here. Just a little. Okay, let's go right up here. And let's just scrub in a little bit of land area. Maybe there's a little dirt back in here, wherever. Just a little. Goes right up. Oh, there it is. There it is. Wherever. Have fun. Let it happen. There it is. Just let it go. Let it go. Okay, I'm going to take a small amount of yellow ochre with white on it. Yellow ochre and a little bit of white. We'll put a little bit of highlight here and there. Just a little highlight. And just let that sort of wander back. Now don't kill all the dark. Don't kill it all. Leave a little dark showing here and there. Okay, here's a little right there. And wherever you want it to go. All right, then we can clean up some of these edges and we're ready to make some more big decisions. I'm adding a little bit of titanium white to my brush. Just a little white. Maybe there's some sunlight that plays right there. Right there. So add a little white. Makes that area stand out like it's light hitting. Maybe it comes right on across and hits on the other side. It's the same color. I've just lightened the value a little so that it stands out. Makes it look like sunlight playing through there. I'll put a little Van Dyke brown and then go right into all my greens and yellows. I want it to get darker because I'm going to do, this. There we go. There we go. Messed it up now. Messed it up now. See? Just make a decision. Let it happen. Let it happen. Come right on across. Okay. Darker, 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 darker. See, you just cover up what you don't want. And you make your little pond whatever shape you want it. You're the creator. You can do anything on this canvas. Anything. Anything. Now, we can put a little highlight here and there. And I'm just tapping still. Add a little bit of paint thinner. That'll make it stick a little easier. There, see there? How easy it sticks. But you need that firm paint underneath or you can't do that. You become a mud mixer in a heartbeat. But you see, just by touching and tapping here, how very soft and quiet you could make. See? There we go. All right, maybe, I'll tell you what, let's play. Maybe, same old dirty brush. Maybe there's a nice bush that lives right here. That'll put a little more depth into the painting. Give it another plane or two here. First we'll put in some dark, and then we'll go back, just using the same old dirty brush. Pick up a little bit of the light color and highlight it. You need that dark underneath. Then come back and highlight it. Tell you what, let's add a little Indian yellow to that so it stands out against that. Just let it go, wherever you want it. Okay, let's have some fun today. Tell you what, let's do. Let's build a huge tree here. Get a lot of letters saying I'm having trouble with trees, so I want to show you how to make one, a big one. I'll take some Van Dyke brown and pull this paint out very flat. Take the knife, cut across, so there's a little bit of paint right out on the edge of the knife. Can you see there? See that little roll of paint? Okay, let's go to the canvas. Decide where you're going to have this big, huge tree. He lives there, you say? All right. Then this is where he goes. And just touch the canvas. Touch the canvas. Touch, pull. Just like so. Maybe it goes all the way off the canvas. all the way off. And then you have to determine how thick he is. So just pull this, pull it, pull it, pull it. Now, it'd really be better to pull from the opposite direction, but if I do that, you're not going to be able to see what I'm doing, so I'll just do it this way and leave this side sort of ragged. But when you're doing it at home, turn the knife that way and pull it. That'll make that edge nice and smooth. Okay, maybe, tell you what, let's make it even bigger. And maybe there's another arm. There it goes, right on off the canvas. Your tree, so you give him as many arms as you want. Okay, see, touch, pull it that way. I should be able to see it over here now. Touch. There we go. Okay, now let's put some arms here and there, limbs. See, I call them arms because trees are my friends. I'm crazy. I go out and talk to them sometime. You got to make friends with what you're going to paint. You have to understand it. Look at it. Spend some time with it. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. Okay, maybe, tell you what, there's I'll bet you, there it is. I knew there was one there. It lives right there. So it's one of the things, when I was a young boy, my mother spent a lot of time teaching me to appreciate nature and the beautiful things that God had given us. And I'll always owe her for that. So that's why I like to paint the type of paintings that she would enjoy. Do anything for my lady. All right, now you can put as many limbs out here as you want. Let them go, let them have fun. Just wherever. You can spend all your time just making limbs. But it helps to give your painting a lot of character, makes it beautiful. That little roll of paint on the knife, it's all that you use. It's what creates all these effects. Okay, that gives you a good idea. Now you can take your liner brush and put all kind of detail in there, but there it is. Let's take some permanent red and some brown and mix it together. And let's highlight this. I'm gonna still get that little roll of paint, and let's go up here to the canvas and put a little highlight. And all we're doing here is just touching the canvas. Let the canvas take off what it wants. It'll give you back what's left. You don't even have to worry about it. Let the canvas do the work. All you have to do is drive. You drive. Just touch, let it go. Like so. Let it go. Just right on up. Wherever you think light would strike. Add the tiniest little bit of white to it there, so maybe there's a little more light striking right there. Brighten it up a little. Brighten it up a little bit. There we go. There we go. There, all right. Okay. Now on the other side here, let's take a little bit of the blue, and the smallest amount of white in it. Very little, like so. And let's go up here, and let's put a little blue over on this side. It'll give the indication of reflected light. And it's very, very pretty, very effective, and it helps give that tree limb depth. Okay, let's go right in here. There we go, a little bit. Doom, right on up the side. Right up the side. And I really hope my arm's not in the way there. A little bit right over here. Okay, I want to take the liner brush and just, in case you haven't seen me do this before, take a little bit of paint thinner and go right into some Van Dyke brown. Turn that brush, bring it to a nice sharp point. And let's go up here and just want to show you how to put a few little limbs. And then at home, You know, there's thousands of limbs on there. You can just spend all the time you want. Just apply a lot of little limbs. And let them cross over there sometime. Don't have them just coming out the side. Look like somebody took a big razor blade and cut your tree in two and half of it fell on the floor. We don't want to get your floor dirty. There, just as many of these as you want, wherever you want them. It's your tree. Okay. Now, right down here, let's cover up his little foots with some grass and pick up some of that dark color and pull it out so it makes it look like a shadow. There we go. Okay. And I think we're to the point. Let's sign this. I hope you've enjoyed it. Take a little paint thinner, a little permanent red, and we'll go right in here. And as I say, I hope you've enjoyed this. It showed you some new things. And we look forward to seeing you next week. And until then, from all of us here, happy painting. God bless.